everyone, I'm Kelsey and this is Ollie. Welcome to Lost Creek. Hey everybody, I'm down at the creek today. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and get the girls down here for some exercise and then also take some more marketing photos. I got my basket of stuff here, take some photos. So everything's changing, it's so beautiful. So we'll see how these look.
You drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving.
Alright, I am back in the lab and we need to crank out a bunch of Shower Mousse Bars. What those are is it's like a bath bomb for your shower. You put it under your shower stream and it starts to foam up in kind of a mousse consistency, and you rub it on your skin, and then you rinse it off, and it's like a moisture boost. They have cocoa butter in them, so they're really nice. We have 6 different scent varieties that they come in, and we sell our products at a boutique in Plum City, Wisconsin, and they sell quite a few of those, so we got to get them restocked. So we're gonna crank out a bunch. Alright, so I always start by putting my cocoa butter on the double boiler first, so get that melting, and then I switch over to my dry ingredients. So now we'll go on to our dry ingredients. Okay, start with our baking soda. We're going to be putting in, I like to put it through a sieve so it breaks up all the little chunks. Next is, I've made this a million times, but still follow a recipe. Next is sodium alginate, and this adds that little bit of a mousse texture to it. up is cornstarch. This adds a little bit of silkiness to it as well. The last dry ingredient is cream of tartar. And this is just regular old cream of tartar that you find. I just get this at the restaurant store. Okay. Now this particular scent, we're doing rosemary mint first. This does not have a color to it. At this point, I would add mica if I wanted a color, but we are not for this one. Okay, so here's our mix. This goes into the mixer for a little bit to get everything mixed together, and I need lumps and clumps broken up. And now we're gonna add all the wet ingredients to the cocoa butter before we add it to the dry mixture. So to this, polysorbate is an emulsifier which helps all the products mix together, and then it also prevents any residue from remaining in your shower. Next up is avocado. This is for the skin benefits. Avocado is rich in fatty acids and our skin loves it. And then next, I use a couple different surfactants. I specifically, I use decoglucoside, and the reason I use this particular surfactant is because it is extremely gentle. It's one of the most natural surfactants you can get. Makes things nice and bubbly. This helps add to make that mousse texture. So we add some of this. Food grade vegetable glycerin derived from vegetable oil. I like to use a little bit of this because it's actually a humectant, and what that does is draw moisture to your skin. So that just adds that little bit of moisture in addition to the avocado oil and the coconut oil, or cocoa butter, I should say, not coconut oil. Just a little bit, and then it's always a good idea to have two surfactants in these kinds of products. So I also use just a little bit of, it's called cocamidopropyl betaine, which sounds really scary, but it's also just another really gentle emulsifier. Like decoglucoside is used in a lot of baby products, so these are incredibly gentle surfactants. So I just add a little bit of that too, so we have a couple of different surfactants going on. And the last but not least, we add the fragrance. And I always use phthalate-free fragrances or essential oils. This was a particular one as a fragrance, but this is phthalate-free and paraben-free. Any of my products, I will not use anything that has phthalates in it. Okay, and I don't know if you can see how this is suspending. So what the poly does is it helps that all blend together. So what I do then is I mix that by hand until I have a uniform emulsion, and then I'm going to slowly add this to the dry ingredients. last to mix in. We have one final ingredient, which is citric acid. So once this gets all uniformly mixed together, we'll add the citric acid and then we'll get it in the press. Okay, so I added the citric acid. I let this mix for quite a while and it's looking really good. The way you can tell it's ready is if it clumps when you squeeze it. So this looks good. So I have my press all set up. I use the ElectroPress from Muddy Soap Co. And then just a small puck mold. And then I have this simple cookie drying racks with tissue paper on top. Because they need to dry for 48 hours before I package them and sell them. So, and I have this extra little spacer in here, so I know I don't have to weigh each one. I know that each one is a minimum of 1 ounce. So I put the bottom of the mold in, and then just lightly put it in, and I know if I leave that little bit of a mound there that this is going to be 1 ounce when it's all said and done. So I put it in there, and then I put it on top of the, it's just a little extra space so there's enough compression. And I gotta plug in my thing. Okay, and I hadn't plugged in the press, so change my glove here quick. Okay, so now we can press. So it's just a real simple, very simple procedure. Just down it goes, and then use this to pop it off. I wipe off the excess, give it a couple taps. Yep, it's not quite dry yet. So this is actually not quite ready. So we'll let this sit for a few more minutes. Alright, so I had to let this dry for a little bit. It's a little humid in here, so it was hard for them to, it's hard to get them out of the mold. But I got a couple done, so I think we're in the clear here. So put it in there, put it on here, in the press. Get the excess off. Batch was a little wet, and it's the humidity in here that's acting up a little bit, but that's what they look like when they're done. And they go on the tray to dry. And then we just do that over and over and over again. Hopefully someday I'm hoping to upgrade to one that produces, you know, 2 or 4 at a time, but for now this works. It wasn't quite enough. That's why I'm gonna put my bottom thing in. But yeah, but for now, for the volume we're at right now, this works just fine. Kind of get into a groove. this should probably be the last one. There's not enough in here for one more. So what I usually do is just make a small one as kind of a tester, so I have one tester for each batch, just to make sure everything went okay. So we'll just make a little tester out of this. For a tester. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. If you like this kind of content, please, and thanks for watching.